Not everything that looks like distance is avoidance. Sometimes it's integration. Sometimes it's sovereignty. This is a subtle thing that happens when you reach a certain point in self-actualization. You stop exploding. You stop fighting. You stop explaining. You don't really disappear. And you also don't burn bridges. But you do pull back. And from the outside, that can often look like withdrawal. But from the inside, it feels very different. It's actually recalibration. So today I want to talk a little bit about what this point in the journey feels like in the body, why certain people misread your withdrawal, and why this phase is not a step backward, but a massively important pause before your next big jump. Your nervous system has gone through a massive mutation, but it's not quite done yet. It's still finishing. It's almost like you've done a software update on a computer or something. Because of that, it feels actually very natural to be alone. Because if your future aligned partners or allies or friends or tribe and your future aligned living environment or job or whatever isn't fully downloaded yet or installed yet, and you're not resonating with people or things from the old life, who are you resonating with other than yourself? Anything in the future is forced because it's not where you are yet, and anything from the past is misaligned and requires regression or shrinking or performance. I like the word recalibration because we actually aren't withdrawing in this phase. We're not isolating. We're actually calling our energy back to us when we are forcing ourselves into situations and environments and dynamics that are not authentic to the space that we're in. We sort of delay the process. You can't just dissociate or avoid or escape and be constantly out there feeding everyone else's energy, regulating other people's emotions, and also expect this massive software update and a life update to happen in the background. You have to tend to what's going on inside. And that's a very personal and solitary phase and experience. You are conserving energy and signal. Because we are putting so much energy into this upgrade that's happening kind of behind the scenes, beyond our conscious awareness, we have to have very strong boundaries to protect the integrity of where we stand. You're beyond the point of why would I explain that? And it actually is just like, I need to go lay down. I am too tired. I don't care. Think what you want. This conversation is over. That's the energy of this era. Some people will feel you as cold or distant, and they will feel unsettled, and they may make it about themselves. They are going to see it how they're going to see it. At the end of the day, as long as you continue to be there for yourself, this is where you actually lead people into growth and transformation. You're basically saying, this is who I am now, and I need space to be who I am now. And I would love to have connection with you, but the connection is going to be fundamentally very different. It's going to need to be fundamentally very different because it's going to need to match who I am now rather than who I was before. And that energy starts to come through when people are ready, which may not be immediately. People are going to still experience things because it's often threat responses, especially in enmeshed dynamics. People don't know how to stand on their own. When you become sovereign and you pull out of that dynamic and you stop mirroring them, you know, it becomes a personal question of like, who am I, or what am I doing wrong, or what does this say about me, or this is a rejection, and so on, when it's not. But eventually people start to realize that as long as you keep showing up with care in the moments that are authentic to you, and that when you have the space for it, which if you're doing all these things, if you are calling your energy inward and taking care of yourself through this phase and being honest with where you are to yourself and others, it actually is quite easy to be kind in an authentic way, which again is going to be like for some people learning a new language. If their previous understanding or interpretation of kindness or warmth or whatever was something that was fabricated, but they learn. They learn through you and your leadership in this phase by doing this. You may not have the clarity to explain that right now. Like the way that I just explained it, people, when they are ready to confront you and say, by the way, you know, you've been alone a lot, or it seems like you don't want to spend time with me, they will come to you and you'll know when the time is right. And you can explain it with probably very little words, less than what I just offloaded there. You don't need to rush the clarity because it will come, especially if you do these things, especially if you're in solitude and you're focusing on getting sleep and resting and prioritizing that energy to this installation and upgrade, and you're being authentic and you're not expending energy on performance, and you're not over explaining, and you're not dramatizing distance or shaming anyone or doing anything. You're just being honest with where you are, and it ends there, like literally with just your honesty and your authenticity. And you don't force decisions, you don't force movement. You're just where you are, period. End of story. Then clarity will come, inevitably. And listen to yourself. When your mind says, oh, that sounds fun, but your body's like, actually, all the logistics sound really exhausting and something feels stressful and not right about it, listen to your body. Your body knows so much. Especially in this phase, your body is your guide. So listen to it and honor it. And just remember, this phase is so temporary. So temporary. Your outer life will catch up and match your inner congruence. It is inevitable. This is not how things are going to be forever. But this is a crucial step to getting there, because we can't just jump from one reality into the next. It doesn't work like that. We have to literally update structurally to be able to hold what we're calling in, what's truly aligned with us. And the phase will move faster when we meet it with grace, when we have patience and presence, and we accept the phase for what it is. Find the beauty in it. Maybe one day we'll look back and think, ugh, those days were pretty simple. You're not withdrawing because something's wrong. You're not withdrawing because you're mad or upset. You are recalibrating because your body is preparing you for a massive quantum level life upgrade that only you and a select few will ever understand. And it can only take shape if your field remains clean, quiet, and continually congruent. And when your recalibration completes, you will not return to the old way of living. You'll re-enter life from a cleaner and quieter center. And before you know it, your life around you will reflect that too. Where in your life are you being asked to recalibrate rather than retreat? Let me know in the comments below. I always love to hear from you. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more content like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.